Jones. Welcome to our team. Rock on. I'm so excited to have you. You've got this magical little box that just appeared at your doorstep. And I wanted to take a minute and just go through with you what's in your box. What do you do with it? How exciting is this? Okay? So first off, how cute is it that it's pink and it says Tupperware on the side? Love that. Inside we've got some fun goodies. So I'm going to kind of go through what's in here. First off is the chip and dip bowl, one of my personal favorites. So every time I have a party at my house, this comes out. And it's made so that you can obviously put a big bag of chips in here if you want, and dips. Why I love that is because it's 32 cups, okay? So I can put huge, like 2 or 3 bags of chips in here, and then I can go and be, have fun, be a host with my friends. One of my pet peeves at a party is when I have to manage the chip bowl because I keep turning around and the chips are gone. I keep turning around and the chips are gone. You can pile a lot of chips in here and then just forget about it, which is sort of nice. These cool little bowls, they have lids, so you can obviously if you make homemade dip, you can make it the night before and put it in the fridge. They have a flat bottom so that they will stand up in the fridge and then you don't have to worry about them. And if you have special dips, you can even have one in the fridge and one on the side of the bowl and then swap them out if you want. But they have cool little, whatever that is, hanger thingies, so that they'll hang on the sides of the bowl as well. I've even done salad and dressings. I've done potato bars where I had potatoes in here and then I had butter and chives or chili or bacon bits or whatever fun things you want to put on your baked potatoes. It has a lid that comes with it. The lid does not snap on. It's not made to snap on. It's more of just kind of a cover, and it just rests on there. And when you flip it over, it turns into a tray, serving tray. So like when I did the potato bar, I did some things in here, and then I think I did cheese and sour cream and something else in here. I don't remember. But it allows you to sort of spread your display. Sometimes this is a meat and cheese tray for me. I've even done, if you take strawberries and cut a little slice in the bottom of them like this, you can push them down on this and line the outside and all the ridges with strawberries. It's really pretty. And then you can put different fruits in here and the little fruit dips and make this kind of a Martha Stewart-ish veggie tray, or not veggie tray, fruit tray. But it's super kind of chic and cool and fun. And you, like I said, you can do with it as you please. The other thing that I really love is that you can turn this into a punch bowl because it's 32 cups and you can get a lot of punch in here. Just put a clear ladle in and you're good to go. Because seriously, the punch bowl is kind of stupid, right? You buy it, use it once or twice a year, and for the rest of the year you have to store it. It's somewhere gathering dust, taking up a bunch of space. So whenever I can get something that does like 5 different things, I'm in. This is your bowl, right? Chip and dip bowl. You should sell one of these at least at every party because everybody needs one of these. Love it. So there's that. That's the chip and dip bowl. We have our measuring cups and our measuring spoons. Do you know why they're different than the ones you buy at the store? They have extras. We have a 2/3 cup and a 3/4 cup, which you can't buy at the store. They don't come with that. Those ones don't have that. I love that. They've got the nice little ergonomic handle to them, so they kind of rest nicely in your hand as you pour. And they're super compact, so they don't catch on the edge of the drawer if you stack them inside of a drawer, which is really nice as well. It's the measuring cups. The measuring spoons look like this. They also have extras. They have the 1/8 of a teaspoon. Because I'm sorry, I'm making a little, I grabbed mine in a hurry and since I'm all crazy. If you push them together right here, they kind of stay together too. There's 1/8 of a teaspoon, and then there's the 1/2 of a tablespoon. The 1/2 a tablespoon is super nice because the tablespoon is one that I find that I use all the time. So the tablespoon is dirty a lot. And so because you can pull these off individually, this can be running through the dishwasher and these can still be in the drawer clean. But if my tablespoon is dirty, I can grab the 1/2 a tablespoon and do it twice, which I think is super awesome. Plus a lot of coffee recipes, if you're making coffee, need a 1/2 of a tablespoon. So that's kind of handy. And like I said, if you push them right here on the thing, then they all stick together like they're on a ring, except for that they're not. That's kind of handy. Then you have, of course, the classic shaker, which I think is pretty cool. This is a new version of an old classic. The old classic, it's got the blender wheel inside. Why is this cool? You put this in like this. There's a little trick to this. Besides the fact that it holds 20.5 cups, 20 ounces, 2.5 cups, which is quite a lot. You can make a starter, flour and water. You can do homemade salad dressings. My husband mixes up those workout shake things, those whatever they are that you drink in a workout or workout and drink or whatever. I make martinis with it as well. because this will keep the ice back so you can shake up grape knee-highs or whatever. But there's a little trick to this. Because this lid screws on, when you put this lid on, don't grab with your hands and crank this way, because if you do that, you'll create a pocket of air and then it has the potential to leak on the side. Instead, hold it with your fingers up here and twist like this, and it will make a perfect seal and it will never leak. And then this cool little flip top is awesome for pouring. You can also take a dozen eggs in here if you go camping, which I think is super awesome, because how do you store eggs any other way, right? Because you put them on the top of the cooler and try to shut the lid and not crunch them. They'll stay in here like this and then they'll pour out one at a time. Obviously take the blender wheel out before you do that, unless you want scrambled eggs. But scrambled eggs, shake it up and leave the blender wheel in. But they, without the blender wheel in, they will actually pour out one at a time. They pour out with a little bit less egg white, so the last one has a lot more egg white than the rest of them, but they work awesome, and it's the best way to take eggs camping ever. So, and then like, I don't know, if you shop at Costco, I love the Greg's Ranch at Costco, which comes in this huge, it's restaurant ranch, and I have this thing about ranch, it has to taste really yummy. Like the ones at the restaurant, it's hard to come by, and the one at Costco does, but it comes in this ginormous thing. It's like $3 or $4, it's super cheap but big. When it's about halfway through, I'll fill one of these up with the ranch and put it in my refrigerator, because this is so much easier to store than the huge jug in my fridge. It takes up so much space. So really this is a fantastic, fantastic shaker, and you'll probably end up wanting like 4 or 5 of them in your kitchen, but it's great. Then we have, of course, water bottle, our eco water bottles. You get a nice little small one, which is really nice, kind of good way to get started. This is the same size as a Dasani or an Aquafina, one of those store-bought bottles of water. So if you're trying to compare sizes of how much this will hold, it's kind of deceivingly large. I think it looks like it holds less than it does. I've got the nice screw on top, and then it's got the flip top as well, because some people like to flip top drink and some people like to unscrew and drink. And the cool thing about this is that you can do either. It's got the little latchy thing right here, so that you, it should come with, and I think I dropped it, but it should come with the ones that come in the catalog, come with this little loopy little thing that you can loop on so that you can hook it on the bags and fun things like that as well. So these are super nice. Tupperware did some research a few years ago that was kind of disturbing to me actually, and it was that only 2 out of 10 water bottles in the US get recycled, the ones that you buy at the store. And it takes a lot of oil to make water bottles, especially the ones that are made at the store, and then to transport them to wherever they go. So that when you actually get a water bottle, the amount of oil that has been used for that one water bottle would be 1/3 of the amount of the whatever it's holding, is about how much oil has been used to produce it and to transport it to get it to you. So if only 2 out of 10 of those are getting recycled, that's a massive amount of oil that's being wasted, and kind of sad. So I made it a mission in our house years ago, is to buy a bunch of these. And the reason why we use water bottles is because we're walking out the door to the car and we're in a hurry. So we grab what's in the fridge. So I made a mission to get 10 or 15 of these, fill them full of water, put them in the fridge, and then they're there in the fridge when we're on our way out to the garage. We will grab them and it's fine, we'll use them. When we come back home, I take them, I put them straight in the dishwasher. When they come out of the dishwasher, they don't go in the cupboard, they get filled straight up and put straight back in the garage fridge. And then we always have, not only is it cheaper and all that good stuff, but I feel like in just a small way, just a tiny way, right? I'm saving the world, or at least reducing my carbon footprint, if you will. So it's a huge cost savings, but it's also to know that I the green stuff is great, and I try really hard to be green if I can, but this particular one, it was disturbing to me, the data on how much waste is in water bottles. So I was trying very hard not to be wasteful. So that is my little attempt at not being wasteful. I would encourage you to do the same. They're not that expensive to invest in, and they're really handy to have around. And the nice thing about for children with that little curve in the middle is that their little hands can hold on to these too. They work great in lunches, they seal, so you can put all kinds of things in lunches and teach your kids to be green as well. Okay, so next in the box is the microwave breakfast maker, one of my all-time favorites. It's funny, when Tupperware just came out with this a few years ago, when they did, not gonna lie, I didn't really know what this thing was, and it just sat on my counter. Because we get things, as, well, maybe you don't know yet, but you will find out that we are able to earn things before they come out a lot. So the point with that from Tupperware is that we can try it and have a good story and learn about it. Well, it sat there on my counter, and then one day I was like, okay, I have to figure this thing out, because if I'm gonna demo it, I need to know what it is, right? So I pulled it out and I'm like, it just doesn't really look like much. But I started playing with it and then I was like, oh my gosh, why did I let this sit on my counter for a month? I could have been using this, it's so awesome. We now have two because I don't like to hand wash and one is always dirty. That's how much I love it. Basically, it's a breakfast egg maker. You can make eggs, you can make omelets, you can make all kinds of fun things. You can do 2 to 4 eggs. You can scramble them, or you can kind of poach them a little bit. You can kind of do what you want. Here's what I do. I take our little baby chopper, which I don't have one of right now, but I actually have the bigger chopper here, so I can open it up and kind of show you what I'm talking about. I take the baby version of this, which is called the Chop and Prep, and I would definitely say get yourself a Chop and Prep as soon as you can because it's worth it. This is the Power Chef, which is a bigger version of the Chop and Prep, which you definitely want. I use them differently, so people ask me a lot of times which chopper I should get, and I say, well, how are you going to use it? Because I use them differently. This has this cool little guard blade to keep you from cutting yourself. Useful because there's been a lot of cutting, so try hard to save the blade or save the cover. Put the blade in here and just lid on like this. Super important that you make sure the top of this right here has this little spoke. Make sure that actually you don't get this lid on properly. This doesn't line up properly with this, and then you'll hear this loud growling sound when you're trying to pull the string. 12 seconds of pulling, and this has gone around 250 times. It'll obliterate everything. There's a smaller version of this called the Chop and Prep. It uses the same lid as this one, this little guy right here, and it's just a small base right underneath this. I throw cilantro in there because I think cilantro makes everything taste better. And I chop it up like this, and then I take the cilantro and I spread it in here, and then I scramble some eggs, and then I put a little cheese in there, and I kind of dunk the cheese because I like my cheese to kind of be inside of it, and then put it in the microwave. Every microwave is different, but you're going to go typically from about 1 minute and 20 seconds to maybe 2 minutes, depending on your microwave. I think mine, the more stuff I added, it was about maybe 1 minute and 40 seconds. Legitimately, it's faster than the toast, which is kind of amazing. 1 minute and 40 seconds. Cooked it, slid it out, put fresh salsa over the top, and I had an amazing omelet. Like, so good. You can slice little slices of bread and put eggs on the top and make homemade French bread. You can do all kinds of stuff. We have recipes galore. On our Tupperware homepage, go into the Salesforce tab and then go to recipes, and then by product, you can find more recipes than you know what to do with, which is pretty awesome. Or you can check in with the person that signed you up because they probably have recipes or fun tips and tricks that they've learned with this as well. But everybody needs one of these, every kitchen needs one, and it's a good price point. As far as the Power Chef goes, so I started to use all of it. You saw the blending part of it. It also comes with a whipper blade. You can whip cream, whip pudding. You can actually emulsify, so you can make homemade mayonnaise if you would like. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff. Chop ice and make margaritas while camping, and all kinds of good stuff. It has this cool little funnel right here that pops in. And then it's got measurements in it, so if you were like if you were making hummus, you have to drizzle in the olive oil as you're going. So this has a little, so I can get this in here properly, it has a little turning spot. So I think one way it goes in and the other way it's shut. Yeah, so this way no liquids are going in, then you turn it and then the liquid goes in. So if you wanted to pull while you were turning. Anyway, that's the cool chopper. It's very fun. You should pull it and try it. You can put a couple boneless, skinless chicken tenderloins in, cut them in half, and it'll shred your chicken. I mean, this thing can do all kinds of fun stuff. There's no limits to it. You can put your pudding in there with the whipper blade and make homemade pudding, or whipping cream and make homemade whipping cream. There is a cool lid, so if you want to take the blade out and use the container. The only danger in doing that is then your cool Power Chef is now in the refrigerator holding something instead of being able to chop things for you. So be careful with the lid because you might not really want to use it that much. There is also in here, this looks like a box of treasures, isn't it? It just keeps coming and coming and coming. There is our silicone spatula. Okay, every kitchen needs like 5 of these. Oh, Lord. It's heat resistant up to 450 degrees. What's cool about this particular spatula is that it's just stiff enough to scrape bowls and to chop at meat, like you can chop at meat, but it's soft enough that it'll do the other things, so it's not too stiff. I flip eggs with mine. I scramble oatmeal in a pan with it. I make homemade candy with it. Like, you can kind of do anything you want with this. It's got a fantastic handle that's not going to catch on fire if you accidentally leave it on the edge of the hot pan. It's not going to melt and go away as well. Like, love, 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 love this. I don't hand clean, so because it's a pain and why. So I have, I just keep adding them into my kitchen until I have enough to where that no matter how many are dirty, I'm always good. I right now have 5. So to just give you a sense of how much this gets used, 5 in my kitchen are going on at any given time. Because it's safe, it works on all non-stick stuff, so I can take waffles off the waffle iron without scratching it. I can take muffins out of a muffin tin without scratching them. Like, I can do so much with this. Love it. I didn't mention it, love it. Everybody needs 5. Okay, so that is that. All these exciting treasures. The last product that's actually in here is the fridge Smurf. If you don't own this already, you're gonna die when you use this. It's life-changing. It's that awesome. So Tupperware did some research, and they found that the average American household throws away 60% of the produce that they buy. 60. Like, that is so much money and so much waste. And everybody's different, like depending on the size of your family, but we all have grand, like, right? You buy all this produce because, you know, we're gonna eat healthy, right? And then you forget that, oh, I have to go to my niece's soccer game tonight. Oh, work late tonight. I don't feel like eating that tonight, maybe tomorrow. And then the edge starts to kind of go bad and you go, oh. And here's what happens. When the edge starts to go bad, you think, well, I could cut that off and eat it later. And so you shove it back into your drawer, right? You know what that's code for? It's code for, it doesn't look good. I'm gonna stick it back in my drawer and let it completely rot so I don't feel guilty about throwing it away later, because I feel guilty about throwing it away right now. Because once it starts to look bad, nobody eats it. It's just what happens. And I say all of this because this is how I am, so I'm not making this stuff up. So here's how this works. Tupperware is going to tell you this doubles to triples they'll tell you it doubles the life of your produce because that's the safe answer. I'm going to tell you the real answer is it triples, sometimes even quadruples, based on what it is, how it came home from the store, whether it's organic or not organic, you know, how long it's been sitting at the store, you know, there's all kinds of factors. How it works. Your fruits and vegetables breathe, and they breathe differently. You have heavy breathers, medium breathers, and low breathers, right? So based on what it is that you're breathing, there's a little open circle that's heavy, there is a closed circle that's no breathing, and there's a half circle that's medium, so kind of like nostrils, you know, like heavy, medium, and low, right? So there's little pictures that tell you, and this chart is actually lasered into the chart with a layer of plastic over it, so this is not going to come off in the dishwasher. So feel free to dishwash all this. There's a cool little slider up here that lines up with the chart. So you have heavy, low, and medium. In order to get it to line up with the chart, the word Tupperware, you need to be able to read the word Tupperware when you're looking at the chart. So if you put the lid on that way, then the slider lines up with the chart. And then you don't have to see it because there is a little guide right here, but it's kind of hard to see. So if you line it up properly, it's easier. The ridges in the bottom, they keep the fruits and vegetables up out of their moisture. So it's a combination of not sitting in its water and breathing properly that makes stuff last so much longer. So like strawberries, for instance, I get personally like 2.5 weeks out of strawberries. I get a creepy long time out of grapes, like 4 or 5 weeks. I get 4.5 weeks out of broccoli. Like, I know, right? Broccoli, maybe like 8 days before these. If I get 4.5 weeks out of broccoli, like I can go to Costco and buy a huge bag of broccoli. And if we have a month, that's $1 a week. And it's not just $1 a week that I'm spending. I'm not buying it and throwing it away and buying it again and throwing it away. I'm like literally only spending $1 a week. That's kind of phenomenal. So at the end of a month, it's 4 to 5 weeks. At the end of 4 to 5 weeks, if I have a tiny bit in the corner that I'm throwing away, I may be throwing away 25 cents worth. I'm okay with that. We can usually get through it. And we don't eat broccoli every day. I'd love to tell you that how awesome I am. We do. We don't. And maybe every 3rd or 4th day if I feel like it. You know, so it's not like we're eating it all the time, just, you know. But it's so much cheaper to buy it at Costco. But Costco's only a better deal if you eat it. It's not a better deal if you just buy it in bulk and throw it away, right? So these fruits and vegetables are life changers. Like they literally will change the world. Because if you have healthy food in your fridge when you open it up and you can see it, you'll eat better, right? So when you teach people how to use these, and honestly, from my perspective as well, I have them pull the drawer out of their fridge because it usually makes a shelf, an extra shelf, and then put these in the place of the drawer. Because you know what happens in a drawer, right? the drawer fills full of cans of things and bags of stuff that get shoved underneath things, and then when the bags of things get shoved underneath things, they rot, and then they leak this really awesome smelling juice all over everything, and then then you gotta pull this drawer out and wash it, and you're covered and drenched in the sink by the time this thing's done. I mean, it's just a pain. So I take a drawer out and I stack these in the place of it. Now I have organization. I can see, right? And if I can see it, I'll eat it. I'll open it up and be like, oh, I have carrots. I should make something with carrots in it. Oh, I have broccoli. You know, oh, I have apples. Oh, I have strawberries. You know, whatever it is. If I see it, I eat it. And then if it's not rotten and it's there, we're gonna eat healthier, right? We're not gonna get tired. If I open this up and everything's rotten, I'm gonna get tired and order pizza. It's not our best health choice. So what I love about these, and when you show these to your friends and your customers and whatnot, is that not only are they gonna save you money, but you're gonna eat healthier. And if you eat healthier, then we're gonna change the world one kitchen at a time, right? We're gonna make everything better one kitchen at a time. So that's Fridge Smart. Everybody needs Fridge Smart. Most people need 6 to 7 pieces. And I know you're gonna look at me like I'm crazy when I say that. So I always start them off with a set, 4-piece set, right? You get a 4-piece set, have them host a party to get it for free or half price. 4 pieces is not enough, but it's a good starter set. What pieces do they need in addition to the 4-piece? Don't know. But if you start them off with a set, they'll come back to you buy another 2 or 3 pieces. And the reason why people say, well, I don't have that much produce in my fridge at any given time. You do when one container has broccoli in it for 4.5 weeks, another one has strawberries for 2.5 weeks, another one has grapes for 4 weeks, and another one has cauliflower for 3 weeks. Well, they're in there for that long. So now when you buy something else, you need a container for that. Cilantro, 2.5 weeks to get that one. Blueberries, weeks and weeks. I mean, like, these are crazy. Raspberries, you need to keep them in the smaller, thinner containers because they crush each other, but they'll last way longer as well. So every lettuce, you know, a couple, 2 or 3 weeks. Like, what? I mean, it's crazy. Okay, and so what else do we got in here? I think, last but not least, we have a goodie bag. These are exciting. So these are gifts for your party. Citrus peelers. You guys all know how to use a citrus peeler? I'll show you just in case you don't. People will do a double backflip for this, so make sure you show them this. This is a citrus peeler. You score an orange, right? Make it look like a basketball, and you take the edge and you lift the edge of the orange up so you don't have to bite into it or stick your nails into it and squirt yourself in the face. These are awesome. They're also exactly the grooves in a waffle iron. They'll also go down in the ridges of lids when you get gunk in there and get them out. If you burn Party Light candles, Party Light burns all the way down to that little metal disc. You can flip the disc up without shattering the votive. Or if you burn Scentsy candles, you can kind of help get around that tub and pop the tub out. So these are pretty useful little tools. Do not discount the awesome citrus peeler. I take this citrus peeler, and when I play Ask Me a Question About My Job at every party, so I can get the business opportunity out there. And when they ask me a question about my job, I always play it right in the middle of the party, not at the beginning, not at the end, but right at the beginning. People are coming to hear about Tupperware, and you'll scare them off by talking about your business. At the end, they're ready to go home. But right in the middle, they've heard a lot of information and they're processing the information. It's a great time to talk about the Tupperware business opportunity. Tell them what you've loved, what you've accomplished, how fun you're having, and what fun things they can be a part of as well. Okay? Excitement is contagious. Actually, attitude is contagious regardless of what it is. So be excited, have fun. Tell them you want to build your team, and they'll want to jump on with you and come play. Because everything is more fun with a friend. So ask me a question about my job, right? Use the citrus peeler. Everybody asks a question, gets a gift. Do you know why? People love gifts. And you don't want anybody to go do drawing surprises, and you don't want anybody to go home saying, I didn't win anything, or what, I didn't get anything. This way, everybody goes home with a gift, right? These are very, very inexpensive to buy more of them. Give them away at every party, give them away freely at every party. And play the Ask Me a Question About My Job game. That's how you'll build your business, that's how you'll build your team. And then, we have, in our goodie bag, we have more stuff. We have, these are fantastic drawing gifts right here. These are our flour sugar scoop. Should never, I always pull these out and then I say, oh, guess what this is? This is my reminder to tell you never, ever, ever put metal in sugar. It causes your sugar to get chunky and ball up, and you don't want that to happen. It smells funny. That is, metal causes a chemical reaction with sugar. It's why you never cut lettuce with a metal knife, because it browns your lettuce. It causes a chemical reaction as well. So you always want to use either plastic or bamboo or something like that. So these are perfect for your flour and sugar because They don't cause any kind of reaction in your sugar. So everybody's gonna want one of these, right? Use them as drawing prizes. Give one to your host. Thank her so much for having this party. And here's a gift for me. You get one, and then maybe do a drawing for a couple more throughout the party. I like to have somebody be in charge of time, and I draw every 15 minutes. I like to get the tiny treasures bag, which you don't have one in your kit, but you can order one in your sales aids. And if you don't know what sales aids are, ask the person that signed you up to help you place a sales aid order. That's how you order more catalogs and more supplies and things like that. Order a tiny treasures gift bag. I think there's like 20 to 30 treasures in there. They're not very expensive, and I use those as drawing gifts throughout the party. Everybody needs some of those. Those are fantastic. And then last but not least, what's in here right now is a set of smidgets. How exciting is this? These are your gold. These and keychains you never, ever, ever give away without getting a party. Do you hear me? What did I say? I said never, ever, ever give these away without getting a party. Okay? Super important. These are your gold, and people will do anything for these. So you don't just give away your gold. If you give away your gold, you'll lose your business. So these are smidgets. Smidgets are smaller than midgets. That's how I remember them, because we have the little midgets and little smidgets. Or they're now called Tupperware minis, but midgets. They've been midgets for 60 years, so they're still midgets to me. Smidgets, they're a real Tupperware bowl. They really seal. They're fantastic for pills in your purse, for if you take a cotton ball and douse it with perfume and put it in here. This, because it's liquid tight and airtight, the cotton ball stays moist and you can dab your wrist with perfume when you don't have to travel with a perfume bottle. They're airplane legal because they're under the 3-ounce limit, so you can put shampoo, mouthwash, vodka, whatever your poison is, you can put it in here. At home, you can put 2 tablespoons of spice. Energy drinks a lot of times come with a scoop, and you can scoop an energy drink amount in here and then dump it into your water when you travel. And if you don't have easy access to caffeine, then that's a great way to have some more caffeine, or get your, my husband does like herbal fiber drinks and green drinks and stuff, and he scoops them into these as well. These are just fantastic little guys. They wash up really nicely. Everybody wants these. And even if it's just for pills in their purse, everybody loves these. They get so excited. I don't know what it is about us, but especially females, we love miniature things. We like tiny little things, and these are them. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna play a dating game with this, okay? So at the end of your party, you're gonna play a little booking game. If you don't know what the booking game is, go look on our team page and find the instructions on how to play the booking game. And you can play it with keychains, or you can play it with smidgets. Either one works just fine, but make sure you get the instructions. If you don't know, ask the questions. But learn how to play the game. It's the last thing you do before the party is over. So I usually demo cookware at the very end of the party as the last half price. Here's something fantastic you can get for half price, and then I play a booking game, and then I total orders and do the final drawing. So last thing you do is the booking game, okay? You don't want to do it at the beginning, because if you do it at the beginning, what happens is people that would book a party say, well, I'm not going to order now because I'm going to have a party. Let them do all their shopping, get their whole list full, and then book a party, and then they can place an order and have a party. Okay? Because they want to buy what's on sale today and help your host. Because otherwise, if you have a party and there's 10 people and 7 of them book parties and don't place orders, your host isn't going to think you're super fantastic because she had a crummy party. Right? So what you need to coach your customers to do is buy what's on sale today, help your friend, help your host, right? She'll have a good party, book a party, and then use your party to get what's free and what's not on sale for free and half price. And there'll be different things on sale at your party, and your friend that's the host will come to your party and buy what's on sale at your party. Everybody helps everybody, everybody wins. So when somebody comes up to you at a party and says, well, I'm gonna have a party, should I place an order? You always say, oh yeah, you wanna help your friend, she's having a party today. So buy what's on sale today, and then have your own party to get the rest for free and half price. Use the smidgets or the keychains to do it. Never, ever, ever give away smidgets or keychains without getting a party. Now, you don't have to play the game if you're somewhere other than a party and somebody says, do you have those smidgets? You say, yes, I will bring you one if you wanna book a party. That's how you do it. You could even bring it loaded with 2 tablespoons of one of our awesome spices and let them try the spice. That's with a recipe attached to it, rubber band maybe, and a little recipe card. It's a great way to get a party as well. However you want to do it, just don't give these away, okay? These are our gold. If you can't tell, that's my hill to die on. It makes me so sad when I hear people giving these away. Like, no, and you don't sell them, ever. You don't sell them, you don't give them away, you get parties with them. Understand? Okay. Totally okay to give them away to people that are having parties though. And then last but not least, there's always a pack of dating gifts in this. This changes what comes in here of these things because they're dating gifts. Right now it's this little square containers. These are when somebody's at a party and says, and you're trying to get them to book a party, I usually play a game and say, what do you get when you book a party? You get, to play my fun game, you get this cute little smidget or keychain. You get bonus tickets into the grand prize drawing. You get this cute little dating gift, whatever it is. And then I say the real winner is you get me. I'm gonna come to your party and get you all kinds of free stuff, right? But the dating gifts are really fantastic. These are cute little containers. I'm not gonna talk about them a lot because whatever your kid is will probably have something different in it and you'll get all sad if I tell you why this one's cool and then you can't have it. So I'm not gonna tell you, but it'll come with a pack of dating gifts. Definitely use those to your advantage. And then last but not least is a cute little apron that you can wear to your party so you can identify yourself as the Tupperware person, right? That's always important. Because when you walk into a party, if you have some sort of Tupperware, whether it's a cute Tupperware shirt or a Tupperware apron or whatever, you identify yourself as I'm the Tupperware person, then people will come over to you and immediately start talking to you and go, oh, are you the Tupperware person? Yes, if you're gonna do any kind of cooking at the party, an apron is really nice because then you don't get it all over your cute clothes, right? And this one says Tupperware. It's got cute little utensils and a little pocket, all super, super, super cute. So you wanna do that. You have a kit bag that comes with your party. And I love this kit bag because I love that it says Tupperware on the outside. And I also love that every single piece of Tupperware that I just showed you, I think the value on this kit is about $340, $350, something like that. All of that Tupperware fits in this bag, which is pretty fantastic. I mean, this is a pretty awesome box. I mean, and so what's nice about this box is that you literally can take everything that I just showed you, and you've got little pockets in the front, right? You got little pockets for your pens and your fun things like that. You can slide your catalogs in here. And everything I just showed you, you can all get in one bag. And truthfully, if you take too much to your party as your experience and your stuff grows, be careful. Here's the rule that I always try to follow. Always, when you go to the party, don't take too much. It's really exciting to take everything, but if it takes you 16 trips in and out of the car, nobody's ever gonna wanna do what you do. So my rule is if I can't make it in the house in 2 trips, I'm carrying too much stuff. So then scale it back, right? Because what you want it to be is you want it to be something that somebody else looks at and goes, I could do that. Look at, that wasn't too hard, but she just did that. I wanna do it too. If you make it look hard, then it feels hard. And their perception is gonna be their reality, right? So if it looks hard, then it is hard, even if it's not. So the best thing you can do right now is have fun and build your team. The only way you're gonna build your team is to be something that people can duplicate and do too, right? You're doing. Last but not least, you got this cool box of paper treasures, if you will, right? So you always have a pack of catalogs, right? That's exciting. The catalogs will change based on when you get your kit. And this particular catalog's about to expire anyway. So your catalogs change as all the time. You'll get a pack of flyers, sales flyers. Our catalogs come out 3 times a year, okay? So every 4 months, we get a new catalog. Our sales flyers last 1 month. They start in the middle of a month and they go to the middle of the next month. So there's always new stuff coming on. There's usually a rip-off page that has some bonus sales. Make sure that you are aware of what day your party is and rip that out if it's not available, because you'll cause yourself all kinds of grief in your business if you don't, because inevitably they always want the thing you can't get. So make sure you go through and look at the dates in the flyer so you make sure that you are selling what is really on sale. Make sure you're gonna close your party by the last date that the flyer is open, because when the party closes, that's when what's available, not when they order it. If you order today and it's all available, but you hold it till Monday and everything closes, on Saturday, and let's say today's Thursday, all that stuff isn't going to be available because it closed on Saturday. So make sure you pay close attention to when things close. Everything for us always closes on a Friday night at midnight. So that's when our closes to the weeks, our closes to the months, our closes to promotions. Everything closes on a Friday night at midnight. Our month always closes on the last Friday night at midnight. It's not a calendar month. Why? Who knows? I didn't make the rules. But just pay attention to that kind of stuff. You have a pack of business cards. These are generic ones because you're new and you don't have any business cards. I highly encourage you to print some, but in the meantime, you could print little labels or handwrite these and you'll at least have some business cards, right? Order forms, super important, right? Always collect everybody's email address and their cell phone so that you can text and you can email, because that is by far the more it's expensive and painful to mail things out, but if you can text or email them, then you can get to them quickly with one blast, right? There is some fun business opportunities. There's pictures of my friends in here, which is kind of fun. And there's some just information about this business. Here's a getting started guide that's just kind of walks you through all the new fun things that are going on in your world, and some recipes and how to use some products and what you've got in your kit. This is a great business opportunity flyer that just tells you how to grow your business and what is available there for you. I've also made a video on our team page that just kind of walks you through how to grow your business and what's there for you. But this is definitely something to kind of keep your eye out. Once again, lots of pictures of my friends in here. This is a fun book. A calendar, or a planner for you so you can book your parties. You'll notice that on all these pages too, they actually tell you there's a Tupperware payday, there's the Tupperware sales month starts, and when the sales month ends. So you can actually keep track of this. So you should never have the excuse I didn't know, because I am telling you right now, right? Jubilee. What is Jubilee? It's the biggest party of the year. You have to come. It's in August every year. I want to have as many team members as we possibly can have. You have to earn your way to Jubilee. You have to sell $1,350 in sales and have at least one new person join your team. So sign up one new person, and then you get the ability to register to come with us. It's in Orlando. It's at headquarters. It's so much fun. The cost while you're in the Confident Start program, which is your first 13 weeks of business, the cost is reduced for you. So definitely get registered as fast as you can. And it sells out. They only allow 3,000 people to come, so you're going to want to get registered as fast as you can before there's no opportunity for you to come. Sorry. Confident Start program, what is that? In your first 13 weeks of business, Tupperware is basically, here's what they know. They know that if you get started and you get started well, you'll stay with us. If you get this cool box and you never open it and it sits in the corner and rots, you'll never get started, and that's just sad. So they're gonna bribe you, right? I could tell you all day long you should do something, but if I dangle a little carrot in front of you, you go do it happily. That's what this is. This is a whole page of carrots. They know you need more supplies. This is a great starter kit, but you need more in your kit. You need to play with more things, you need to use more things, you need to demo more things. So they're giving you the opportunity, they're actually giving you the opportunity to earn all this stuff for free, which is amazing. There's well over $1,000 worth of stuff here. The cookware alone is worth $1,200. What? Yes, you can earn an entire set of cookware for free. So get on it, right? Your first level is you get the cute little calculator and money bag. One of the girls on the team just went to the bank and to deposit her money from a party, and the lady said, "Oh, do you sell Tupperware?" And she said, "Yeah," collected a $250 order. It's all about marketing, guys. Get yourself out there. People need to know that you're out there. When you submit $900 in your first 60 days of business, Tupperware is going to pay off the balance of your kit, which is pretty fantastic. And then all kinds of other fun things that you can earn. That you can choose a pressure cooker or whatever. Down here at the bottom, you can choose either an iPad or an entire set of cookware. You can pick whatever works best for you. Both of them are fantastic. I will tell you that the cookware is worth double what the iPad is worth. So just FYI, I would say hold a few more parties, buy an iPad, and get the cookware for free. But you do whatever you would like. Here is some opportunity flyers so that you can, as you're starting your business and letting your friends and family and customers know that this is a great business and they should join you, you have some actual printed flyers to give. I put one of those in every Hostess packet, so when I have a party with a host, I put a couple catalogs, a couple flyers, a few order forms, maybe like 3 order forms, and an opportunity flyer. That's what I put in a Hostess packet. Here is a Hostess packet right here. Here's a folder. You can use it at the party, or you can use it as a Hostess packet when you're party planning her. I love these. Because they show them, here's how you invite your friends, here's what you're gonna do, right? And then you can open them up, here's when your party is, here's what you can expect. You can put it inside, you can put their catalogs, their flyers, and the order forms. This shows them, here's all the host selections. So it kind of has all the information. It's encouraging them to make a big wish list of items that they want. This is a fantastic flyer. I love this folder. So at the end of the party, after you've gotten everybody's orders, and you've got, once you played the dating game and people book parties, when you're ready to total orders, if nobody's quite ready to place an order, I'll go sit down next to those that have booked parties and say, okay, let's pick your date. And then I hand them this. I write their name and their date and their whatever on the party, and I hand them so they can leave with catalogs in hand, can go start collecting orders right now. Send some with their husband to work, whatever. And then the last thing that's in this box is envelopes, because of course you're gonna need envelopes, because sometimes you have to mail them out to people. or mail things to people, and you might as well get all the marketing you can get out of this. But if you have to mail a Hostess packet, like maybe she books in December and you don't have the January catalogs yet, well, you're gonna have to mail her a Hostess packet. So then when it comes ready, you can pop it in this envelope, cute little envelopes, and send it off to your host. So that's pretty much everything that comes in this fantastic box. I'm super excited that you have joined our team and that you're gonna give this business a whirl. And the best thing that you can do is go out right now and book 5 to 6 new parties and put them in your books in the next 3 to 5 weeks. That's the best thing that you can do. You put that in your calendar, and then off every party, you want to book 2 to 4 parties off of every party. And if you go out and do that instantly, you're going to be incredibly successful. That's how you build this business. Any questions at all that you have, jump on our team page. There's a million answers on there. Every question almost has been asked. If you look in the files tab, you can find everything that you could ever want. And there's people, I want you to know that nobody gets left behind on this team, right? There's people out there that will answer your questions, whether I'm around, whether the person that signed you up is around, whether another team member is around. Our team page is one of the coolest pages that there is out there, and our team is one of the coolest teams that is out there. And all the information you could ever want is available and at your fingertips. So don't be afraid, don't be shy. Go after it with reckless abandon. The best shot you have at making this a successful business is today, right? TNT, today, not tomorrow. So go after it today. If you wait, you sit around and let this box rot in the corner, you'll never get started. So get started today. Welcome, and go make it a great day.